To Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for this season of Sagittarius. Welcome, Gemini. I hope you're well. Hope you had a good Scorpio season, an interesting Scorpio season, I should say. All sorts of things buried come to light in the season of Scorpio that I think I mentioned that in our last reading. Okay. Energy around you is the Knight of Wands. So, brilliant card. To start, Knight of Wands represents Sagittarians. So if things have been rather, well, it has been. Mercury's been retrograde, which is the planet of communication. So if things have been going a bit awry, not going to plan in the last couple of weeks, that's Mercury. It's been going away from the Earth, so therefore we have mess-ups. This card here, the Knight of Wands, says that everything starts moving forward again, but very quickly, which will go well with Geminis because you like fast movement. Your opposite sign is Sagittarius, so this will really suit you. Fast-moving energy in a completely different direction to what it's been. This is where you are right now. The moon. The moon keeps showing up for a number of signs this Sagittarius season. So, yeah, things aren't clear. You can't see things that clearly at the moment. There's sort of, it's a bit of the unknown. We have to use intuition when the moon's around because the mind will just get confused by trying to sort of see something that can't be seen just yet, but it will be visible later. In another couple of weeks, I would say, well, when your full moon comes in, which will be in December, the full moon in Gemini. So there you go. So try and use intuition to sort of get you through the next couple of weeks, at least until the full moon in Gemini. What's crossing that or influencing that is the Six of Wands. So, yeah, things are still going to move along quite well. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of positivity happening. So focus on what you can get done. Don't worry so much about, just things being obscured or not being able to be seen clearly. Just move forward. You will have success. Things will move along a lot quicker than they have been in the last couple of months for you. Success and victory, on a daily basis, really. So just focus in on that. And we'll wait to see what the moon has hidden. So there's something hidden, basically. But day-to-day routine should be going along quite well for you, Gemini, which is really quite a blessing, isn't it? Let's see the background of the situation, or what sits at the top, which crowns it, so that's still relevant over the spread we have. And there indeed is another Knight, so more messages coming through with the Knights. And this has been a slow-moving energy, especially for you, Gemini. Very much slow-moving energy. Getting things going, being quite committed to the cause, whatever that cause is for you. But indeed, it's been slow-moving. But this is good because it's Earth. It's an Earth sign. Coins is an Earth sign, so the Earth sign. So it's very earthy. And it means that things are sort of slowly getting into place. Slowly sort of achieving where you want to be. Very loyal to this card and this energy of the Knight of Coins. So really nice in a way too. So just keep moving along. Things will be going a bit faster, of course, with the Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands. But yeah, whatever this project is or relationship is, perhaps you're with somebody that's very slow moving, or you've just met them. And you're thinking, oh my God, why are they so, cautious and slow? That's just that energy. So if it's an earth sign person, well, there you have it. It sort of answers the question. You're not, you know, and with the moon there, it might be like, well, really, am I sort of, is this person up to no good, or what's the agenda here? But with this one, you can be assured it is a loyal energy. It's just slow moving. Recent influences. The Eight of Cups, so the relationship reading. Card, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, so something's very contained, this relationship, and this obviously talks about what's going on, and maybe this person or whatever you're involved with, you know, maybe they just need to sort of step out for a bit. Maybe they still have to shake off some of their, or you have to shake off some of your past relationship issues here with the Eight of Cups. Temporarily just walk away from it. Try to focus on something else. So indeed, this sort of depicts a relationship you're in. Now, it could be just, apart from a romantic relationship, it could be a friend. It could be that sort of thing where you're thinking, oh, you know what? I'll just leave that there for a bit because there's something going on, and I just don't see progress at the time. So it really indicates just moving away from it for a bit and coming back later, because it's quite contained. As you can see, he's sort of swimming in I liken it to an aquarium, or some sort of contained energy. So there's something there that's kind of really, it hasn't got sort of fluidity, if you like, Gemini, which wouldn't be to your liking, because you like that stuff that moves. You like fluid. You're that nice breeze on a summer's day, you know. The lesson you'll be learning in Sagittarius season is the world. So the successful end of a cycle, or the end of a cycle nevertheless. So it's quite a good card. It talks about, things, this sort of energy you're under at the moment will come to an end soon. So that's a bit of a reprieve for you. Lots of, I'm getting the feeling of, especially with that Eight of Cups, there's something there that, you know, is just sort of a temporary blockage, if you like, but that will come to an end, as said by the world. Successful end too, so don't panic. The near future. The Tower. So old structures crumbling, which in essence means get rid of the old and bring in the new. So perhaps this, whatever this slow moving energy is here sitting at the top, this is what it's waiting for. It's waiting for that new, that sort of old, you know, old ways of doing things no longer work for you, Gemini. So it's about clearing the rubble and starting afresh, really. And it's your, you know, it's how you see things, and it's how you sort of learn to do things in a different way. And this is the lesson too. Don't, you know, discard all old ways of doing things and try something new. You'll be surprised what comes in to replace it. Good card though, because it sort of says this is outmoded. So try some new ways of looking at things, especially in relationships, because we've got, you know, we've got the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Wands. So it's sort of, you know, it's involving people, characters in your life. What's happening you're not realising, and their sort of clarity is coming after, you know, a season or a time of sort of confusion, really, with this victory after difficult times. It's a swords card, so swords belong to the Geminis, the Aquarians and the Librans. So very much that mind energy, but very much a situation of things becoming a lot clearer. So just realise, and you're not realising that now, but you will see this coming through soon. Aces always herald new beginnings as well, Gemini. So it's looking really promising, actually. How others see you at the moment. Ace of Cups. So yeah, somebody's seeing you as this refreshing emotional energy. Really nice, actually. whether it be a person, whether it be a new project that you're really sort of into and really want to sort of get started. Well, yeah, it's good. It's got legs. It's going to go places, but it's a very strong connection. So that's so positive for you, especially with other people looking at you like that. So it's like, well, don't worry about it. Don't get too Gemini in your head about it. Just go with what it is at the moment, you know. Just let things start. This is the beginning, and it's another ace. So you've got two aces together there. It's consecutively, so it's a really good connection there. Clear mind, clear emotional, you know, your emotional feelings are very clear too, and there is a real connection here, as seen by others, which is always good. Positive feelings. We have the Queen of Wands. So another character comes in, and she's all about sort of speaking your mind, being honest, being very direct. Very creative queen too, but she'll let you know. And this is obviously, you know, more a Sagittarian sort of energy too. And with the Geminis and the Sagittarius, they do really connect with each other. They really get on well. There's a lot of similarities. And there's a lot of differences too, but they sort of collude really well together. So this might be, Gemini's, your flip side of, you know, being that Queen of Wands that just gets on with things, gets things moving, you know, very sort of positive, this one. So if you have to bring out the Queen of Wands in yourself, do it. And if you've already been thinking that, it will help you. Just to be bright and you know, looking at things, and it's in the positive feelings, so it's looking at things in a very positive manner. Very female too, but you can swap that round for male to female as well. It's just that energy. Or she might be, Queen of Wands just might be a friend, a really good friend or an advisor, someone that really understands you though, because she gets on well. Gemini, Sagittarian story again. So yeah, she's got a different outlook and can help you. The outcome. Fear for the sake of fear, Gemini. So don't, you know, dip into that, especially with the moon around, and the moon's where you are right now. So don't sort of get into your head and think, oh, you know, I can't sleep. And this is often lack of sleep, as is the moon too, you know, being unable to sort of rest at night because your mind's still going at 100 miles an hour, which probably resonates with a lot of Geminis. But try and sort of, perhaps with this Queen of Wands, be more active than usual, so you sort of exhaust yourself so you do get to sleep and you don't conjure up things that aren't there with this card. Okay, I'm just going to put some explanatory cards on. We can't put one on the moon because it won't let us see anyway. The moon's just can't be clarified until the time's right, Gemini. So one on this Eight of Cups, one on the Tower, just because people don't sort of like the image of the Tower. Excuse me. And one on the Nine of Swords, which is the sleepless card. The fear for fear's sake card. So underneath the surface of this Eight of Cups we have, now these cards, sorry I forgot, Gemini, these are a deck I've had for a while. They're the Visconti cards. They were established in 1452 in Italy, so they're very, very old and they're very beautiful. So I try not to use them too much because they're gold leaf and they're just beautiful, but they're all major arcana. So the clarifying cards are all going to be major. So clarifying, once again, see Gemini, the moon, you won't be able to see it. With this relationship issue or this walking away from it at the moment, just, yeah, step away, focus on something else. Focus on getting things done positively. So once again, the moon's dropped in to say, well, sorry, you're going to have to wait till the next full moon to sort of let the clouds clear and let things be seen clearly. But once again, use your intuition. So if you're feeling like a relationship has been hidden from you, or things are weird, or you just feel like it's not a good feeling, I feel a bit, there's something obscured, there is, and it's the moon. So just leave it until it's ready to be revealed. Underneath the situation, underneath the surface of near future and the Tower, we have the Hermit. So the Hermit is absolutely, yeah, let old things go, you know, get rid of old ways of looking at things. Sit back and just be wise about that and know that you've made the right decision with the Hermit, because the Hermit's very wise. And he listens to his own intuition and think, yeah, well, this would be a very wise way to do this. And I need to sort of get rid of this old way of doing things because it's really not serving me anymore. And I can just sit with that a while and just let my feelings sort of speak for me rather than trying to think too much, Gemini. Okay, so the final one, clarifying card is on the Nine of Swords, which is the fear for fear's sake. Then we have Justice. So everything's going to work out exactly how it's meant to work out. So basically justice means, you know, and as we can see here, it's quite well aspected. You know, things are going along slowly, but they're going to change direction, but you need to sort of remove a few things that aren't working, maybe your perspective on what this situation is for you, and just know that it's all going to work out for however. And usually justice is very karmic. It's very much if you've been doing the right thing by this sort of story for Sagittarian season, it'll work out well for you. If you don't do that and you sort of think, oh, that was a silly thing, oh, I didn't want to do that, I don't believe that, well, you know, the outcome won't be as good for you. So try and sort of stick to what's the cards have spoken, how they've spoken for you in this season. Thanks so much for listening, Gemini. Have a great Sagittarius season, and we'll talk again soon.